Hey everybody, welcome back to Beyond the Pills, the podcast where ancient wisdom meets modern science for true healing. I'm your host, Josh Rimany, pharmacist turned healer, and welcome back. You may not see a guest with me today because I'm shifting some things around with the podcast, and I've decided that we're going to start doing some solo episodes. I'm calling them Remedies because that's my name, and it's really going to be just short, easy to absorb information that is really what's coming up for me in my life and questions that I'm getting in the community and what's going on. And so, yes, I love the long form. I love the deep conversations. We're going to continue to do that, but we're adding this to the mix, and I'm really excited for it because this allows me to give back in a new way. We've started a new community and we're building the Beyond the Pills community. It's becoming the Stay Well community in line with our Stay Well Institute. And what's coming up for me lately is I'm doing a lot with men's vitality. We're building a whole new rhythm around rhythms and building men's vitality into not only testosterone and a new way to create vitality in men based on your own biological, chronological chemistry, all those rhythms that are in our body. But I wanted to just touch on highlights that I'm seeing through this journey I've gone through myself and with others now. What's really the impact coming? And so today I'm going to talk about going beyond testosterone. And I want you to think about it in this respect, because TRT is a massive business, right? And it's testosterone replacement therapy. And what we've talked a lot about in the last few weeks and months has been more, how do we restore testosterone, not replace it entirely? We've talked about suppression, we've talked about these things, but what if the testosterone itself isn't really the problem or the real problem here? Because as a pharmacist and as a functional medicine practitioner, I've seen thousands of lab results. I've checked over 50,000 prescriptions on hormones at this point, and I've seen a lot. And I've worked with men in different capacities that have had low testosterone and felt terrible, right? We think of the number, right? But I've also worked with men whose testosterone numbers looked perfectly fine on paper. They were at normal for their age or even higher. And yet they felt exhausted, disconnected, unmotivated, and just stuck. So maybe the question isn't, how do I raise my testosterone? Maybe the question is, why do I feel so disconnected from my vitality? Right? Because we all want to feel in our bodies, our mind, that we have all this energy from when we were in our 30s or our peak. Men want to get their edge back and they don't know how to get it. I understand all that. So I'll speak through a story here because I think it's really important to speak through experience, not just the clinical stuff. And a few years ago, I thought the answer to feeling better was another supplement, another protocol, another optimized strategy. My functional left brain was kicking in, right? I have to do this, or I have to get that, or what about this? What about this tech? What about this supplement? All that is really important, but it's not the whole picture. So what I discovered during my sabbatical time, my healing journey, the time I spent in Peru, Costa Rica, going all over the world, especially in South America, learning from indigenous healers, shamans, and also just good healing people. What I discovered was vitality isn't something you take. It's really something that you uncover. The more I slowed down, the more I listened to myself, my body, doing less, not more, healing old wounds, reconnecting with what really mattered to me, the more energy I had. So yes, testosterone matters. When we age, we decline, right? And our bodies don't make as much testosterone. And we've talked about this on the podcast a lot. It's not just an anabolic steroid. It affects mood. It affects all sorts of things. It's a messenger, right? Just like peptides, just like all hormones, right? They're messengers. So testosterone matters for sure. Sleep matters because we need to rejuvenate. This is actually when men make their testosterone, is when they sleep, and it peaks in the morning. So it does matter. We've talked about that. Nutrition matters, right? Nailing your nutrition, getting the good foundation, it matters. Strength training matters. Getting like physical, vibrant health matters. But these are the amplifiers. They amplify what's already there. Many men that I know doing men's work, myself, others, we are operating from chronic stress, constraint, in constant achievement mode. Like we're constantly having to do, right? Maybe there's a lack of purpose, a disconnection from relationships. That could be your family, your business, your partner in life or in business, and your relationship with yourself. That disconnection you feel is real, and it affects everything downstream. That lack of adventure or the lack of community, being rooted in connection with other people going through the same stuff, right? So the result with all that, one, our nervous system never gets a chance to recover. It's out of alignment, and everything else falls out of place. Our bodies never get a chance to heal, because healing happens when you're in rest and digest, the parasympathetic tone from a clinical perspective. But when you're in a balanced state, in restful state, not just sleeping, but like balanced, in coherence, we'll talk about that. It never gets a chance to heal. It never gets a chance to recharge the batteries. We talk a lot about vitality, of having energy. And our spirit, our soul, whatever you want to call that, never gets a chance to just breathe and be present. So the remedy for this, right? Well, why don't we just ask ourselves, where am I lacking energy? But where am I leaking energy? Where am I leaking it from? Is it a job that I don't love, or things I do in my job that don't resonate with my true self? Is it a relationship that needs some attention? Maybe it's constant stress is just battling you every day, and you're in that stress, fight or flight loop. Remember, you can only be in fight or flight or rest, digest, and repair. You can't be both at the same time. So it's one or the other. So if you're in constant stress, that means you're not in the best relationship. You're not in the best relationship with yourself. You're not feeling that vitality. Is it a lack of meaning? Or maybe we're going to ask ourselves, do I ever take enough time for myself? Are we always giving and not taking enough? Are we pulling ourselves from where we're full instead of half empty all the time? So sometimes the greatest prescription isn't adding something. It's removing what no longer serves you, or taking time to do nothing. I've been practicing this lately, is the art of doing nothing. Try it. Try to cut your phone off for even an hour and see what it does to your nervous system. One, it's going to feel very uncomfortable at first, right? We're always looking at this thing here. But just sitting with the act of doing nothing, getting unplugged, but in a focused way. Try that. Try it for a week. If this resonates with you, you're exactly why we're building the Stay Well community and the men's vitality programming. It's a place where people, men, can learn, connect, reclaim their vitality through alignment of their body, their mind, their heart, and also their purpose, their energetics. Because true healing, true vitality is bigger than a lab value. So in closing here, health isn't the absence of disease. Vitality is certainly not found in a prescription bottle or a supplement bottle. It's found when your life starts moving in the same direction as your imprint, as your soul, as your purpose, whatever you want to call that. That's true alignment. And when you're in alignment, everything else falls into place. So I hope you enjoyed this little mini episode. We're going to do plenty of them here at Beyond the Pills, to give people just one action, one thing to do. So if you like this episode and it resonates with you, share it, like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone that you think might enjoy it. Until next time, stay well.